senators I've spoken to on both sides of the aisles have been shaken by this constant stream of revelations, each one of them in and of itself dramatic and historic. And I think most senators are shaking their heads saying, is this going to end soon?
I think we could do with a little less drama from the White House on a lot of things so that we can focus on our agenda.
Are you getting tired of this level of chaos from the White House?
It'd be nice to have the drama free week.
No such luck. The drama continues. This morning, a major development in the controversy over President Trump's firing of James Comey. A memo from the former FBI director claims the president asked him to drop an investigation into Michael Flynn the day after Flynn was fired. The big question this morning, is this obstruction of justice? Among other things, the chaos continues, but this feels like a defining moment. With us, we have New York Times reporter who broke this Comey memo story, Michael Schmidt, senior political analyst for NBC News and MSNBC, Mark Halperin, veteran columnist and MSNBC contributor Mike Barnicle, and former Democratic Congressman Harold Ford Jr. Also, Joe ahead with new reporting on all of this. But first, let's lay it out for you. Less than a week after President Trump fired and then warned FBI Director James Comey about tapes of their conversations, there looks to be a paper trail inside the Bureau of Investigation. Multiple sources, firsthand knowledge of all of this, tell NBC News that Comey wrote an internal memo saying that Trump asked him to drop an investigation into the former National Security Advisor, Michael Flynn. Comey wrote the memo, which NBC News has not seen, on February 14th, the day after Flynn resigned, following reports that he misled Vice President Mike Pence about discussing lifting sanctions with Russia's ambassador. Comey was in the Oval Office for a counterterrorism briefing along with Attorney General Sessions, Chief of Staff Reince Priebus, advisors Jared Kushner and Stephen Bannon, and Deputy CIA Director Gina Haspel. Trump asked Comey to stay behind after the meeting was breaking up, and they spoke alone. According to a source who read the memo to the New York Times, Trump told Comey that Flynn had done nothing wrong, with President Trump saying, quote, "I hope you can see your way clear to letting this go, to letting Flynn go. He's a good guy. I hope you can let this go." The memo said Comey did not say anything to Trump about curtailing the investigation, replying only, "I agree he's a good guy." The White House responded by saying it is not a truthful or accurate portrayal of the conversation, stating that while the president has repeatedly expressed his view that General Flynn is a decent man who served and protected our country, the president has never asked Mr. Comey or anyone else to end any investigation. So, Joe, I feel like this is a defining moment in the chaos that is this presidency. Frame it out for us.
Well, you know, it is. I hope you can let that go are going to be words that not only haunt Donald Trump and his dealings with James Comey, but also is something that his staff members have to be hoping can happen, that things can be let go. But in this case, they won't be able to, because Donald Trump never allows them to be let go. It continues. The madness continues. Improper guidance from the President of the United States to the Director of the FBI, to whom he already demanded the loyalty of, from whom 3 times. And the FBI, of course, didn't let this go, nor can Trump stay out of his way long enough for his friends or his enemies to let each one of these rising scandals go that seem to be mounting by the day. And Mika, what you had yesterday evening was extraordinary. One lie after another coming from the White House, one claim after another from the White House at night, rebutted in the morning. And you started actually having Republicans whisper about an independent counsel. You had Democrats actually talk about the word impeachment out loud. I mean, this is taking on a life of its own. And meanwhile, you look at what's happening inside the White House, Mika. This is a White House torn asunder by infighting, intrigue, internal chaos, and a president that is increasingly isolated, increasingly enraged, and increasingly out of touch with the realities of what is required to run this office, or I will say any office in America. He is incapable, apparently, of doing it, Mika. If this man that we are looking at right now were the CEO of any Fortune 500 company, the board of directors would have fired him weeks ago.